being a citizen of India and as mandated in income tax rule, I'm filing my return. The benefit of filing the return is like being a salaried person, TDS get deducted from the salary. So by filing the return, I can claim the refund. And other benefit we can say like if you want to avail some loan or you can produce this ID return form, or even you can use as an address proof. So those are benefits I should say in general.
It is necessary and also it is compulsory for all the citizens to file income tax return. And the benefit to file the return is we can get the TDS deduction, get the refund, and also the filing returns help us to get the necessary clearance, like to get a visa to go abroad. So those things are a good point for us, to have income tax compliance.
There are some few cases where we need to also file an ITR as in mandatory. For instance, like when you have some immovable properties and you have to show some records of like 3 years and things like that. So just to prove to the department that like these are the kinds of assets that you have. The other thing could be TDS, which is the tax deducted at source, especially for those people who are getting the salary and then from their salary which has been deducted, and it's a time when for them to refund their money which has been deducted, there's a time when they also need to file an ITR. Anyhow, I think being a Shil tribe, we have been exempted from ITR, but for us to show that we are also responsible of what is happening around, I think it's also important.
Yeah, we file income tax in order to avail loans, which is a necessity, and for a business, or if you want to do any home loans or anything like that, now it has become a necessity. So I file income tax regularly.
Filing income tax returns are mandatory and it has huge benefits. For example, if we file IT returns annually, it is easier to get bank loans, it is easier to get visas. To apply for visa, it is mandatory to have filed at least 3 years IT returns, and also to get refund for TDS. TDS is deducted for salaried persons, contractors and commission agents. So when TDS is deducted, exempted individuals file income tax returns for refund of the deducted tax. So we, being responsible citizens of India, we should make it our priority to file income tax returns without fail annually.
Filing the income tax return, because without the income tax return, we cannot the tender like contract works, smart roll works, and NAB supply and army supply. Without the income tax return, we cannot able to put a tender. Our tender will be rejected without the income tax return. And secondly, without the income tax return, we cannot take loan from the bank. So our main benefit is that if we are doing the income tax return, we can able to get loan from the bank also. And thirdly, if we don't have income tax return, we cannot do the big business like agencies and other big business. We cannot able to do the business without the income tax return. That's why we're filing our income tax returns.
I got to know about this, when I was traveling, especially when I got the opportunity to go to UK. At that time, I had to file my income tax return, and that's where I came to know about this. But as I got involved into doing business, I realized the importance and the benefits of filing an income tax return, especially for a person like me who is in business. I realized the importance of this income tax return because it helps and gives you a lot of advantages when you have to go for applying loans. It can be a business loan, it can be a car loan or any kind of loans. Income tax return is very important.